Please tell me you're not gonna eat that.
Huh? No, of course not. I'm just taking in the ambiance.
Ambiance?
Yeah. I love this place.
Said no one ever.
How dare you?
Why are we here, Mark?
Okay, 2 reasons.
The screen opens to silence. A sunrise over a broken world. The sky burns red, cities lie in ruins, and the air trembles with the echoes of lost battles. Then, a deep, calm voice cuts through the chaos. What does it mean to be a hero, when the world no longer believes in heroes? The camera pans upward. A lone figure hovers in the sky, Mark Grayson. His suit torn, his hands bloodied, his eyes filled with pain. He's no longer the kid who once dreamed of saving the world. He's something else now, stronger, darker, burdened by the weight of every life he couldn't save. The world once called him invincible. Now, it calls him something else, dangerous. Season 4 picks up after the catastrophic war with the Viltrumites. The Earth is still recovering, nations rebuilding, and heroes struggling to find their purpose. Mark has vanished, lost somewhere in the stars, haunted by the face of his father, Omni-Man. The trailer begins with flashbacks, Omni-Man's voice echoing, "Think, Mark, what will you have after 500 years?" The music swells with emotion as Mark's voice breaks through, "I'll have you, Dad, even if it kills me." Now, he's back on Earth, scarred and changed. But peace doesn't last. A new enemy rises from the ashes, Conquest, a ruthless Viltrumite general who believes Earth must bow to the Empire or burn. The narrator's tone grows darker. When gods return to claim their throne, who dares to defy them? Scenes flash, explosions, the guardians of the globe reforming, Adam Eve using every ounce of her power to protect civilians. The camera slows on her tear-streaked face as she whispers, "Mark, you can't fight them alone this time." The voiceover continues, "He's fought monsters. He's fought gods. But now, he must fight his own destiny." Mark's nightmares grow worse. Visions of countless worlds destroyed. Viltrumite soldiers standing in oceans of fire. He begins to question everything, his purpose, his morality, even his humanity. As he looks into a mirror, his reflection flickers, half human, half Viltrumite. The monster within him stirs. Then, in a quiet, broken whisper, Mark says, "I don't know who I am anymore." The screen cuts to black. A heartbeat echoes. Then, a scream. The world is under siege once again. Alien ships descend, skies darken, and chaos consumes the Earth. The narrator's voice rises. Every choice has a cost. Every hero has a breaking point. Mark returns to battle, faster and more brutal than ever before. Every punch sends shockwaves across the sky. Every hit feels personal. But Conquest is unlike any foe he's faced, cruel, calculating, unrelenting. The fight between them becomes more than war, it becomes a test of what Mark truly believes in. As the music intensifies, flashes of characters appear, Cecil behind his desk, whispering, he's losing control. Robots staring into the distance, if Invincible falls, humanity falls with him. And Eve, standing in the rain, whispering, please, come back to me. Then, a cold voice echoes from the darkness, Omni-Man. His face appears, older, weathered, but not defeated. You still don't understand, son. The universe doesn't care about your feelings. Only strength. Mark's response shakes the screen. Then maybe it's time the universe learned what mercy feels like. The trailer erupts into chaos, Mark versus Conquest in a battle that shatters mountains. Blood splatters through the clouds. Their voices roar above the thunder. You call yourself invincible. Conquest snarls. Mark grits his teeth, his face covered in blood. No, I call myself human. The music drops to silence again. A soft, sorrowful piano begins as Eve kneels beside a crater, whispering, you can't keep saving everyone, Mark. His reply echoes, then I'll save who I can. Flashes of side plots appear, Alan the alien recovering in a med pod, the coalition of planets preparing for war, and the mysterious return of Angstrom Levy, who's been watching from across universes, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. His distorted voice laughs, you thought you'd escaped me, Invincible. I've seen 1,000 worlds, and in every one, you lose. The tension builds again. The narrator speaks with thunder in his tone. This season, heroes will fall. Worlds will collide. And one man will stand against eternity. Mark faces Omni-Man and Conquest in the sky, the earth trembling below them. The wind howls as father and son lock eyes. Omni-Man says, "You can't win." Mark replies, "Maybe not. But I can make you bleed." They collide, a shockwave spreads across the planet. The screen flashes with light, then fades to black. The voiceover softens. Being invincible was never about being unbreakable. It was about getting back up, no matter how many times the world knocks you down. A final montage plays, Mark flying into space, Eve crying over his empty suit, the Guardians standing ready, and the ominous silhouette of an unknown villain watching from afar. The narrator's voice delivers the closing line. The universe is vast. The war is endless. But hope is invincible. The logo slams onto the screen, fiery, powerful, glowing red and gold. Collision Invincible, Season 4 2026 Collision. The blood of heroes never fades. As the music fades out, a post-credit tease appears, a voice crackling through static, subject recovered, Omni-Man located. Prepare the invasion. The screen cuts to black.